My name is Todd Brown, and I want to welcome you to this special presentation of Natural Energy Boosting Secrets. I'll be your host for the next 20 minutes. What you're about to discover on this DVD is how to experience a lasting freedom from fatigue and a lack of energy, and instead experience life with vigor and loads of natural energy. Please keep in mind that chronic fatigue and weakened immune function are commonly mistreated by a lot of physicians and are both serious conditions millions of Americans suffer from every year. An ineffective and unsuccessful treatment plan can actually do the opposite and cause you to feel even more worn out and run down. Think of what has come to be accepted as the norm for a lot of people. Feeling exhausted at the end of the day. Feeling like no matter how much sleep you get, you're still tired. Tending to catch a cold anytime someone around you is sick. Getting sleepy and experiencing mind fog in the middle of the afternoon. Running out of energy before you finish all the work you want or need to do. But is this really how we're supposed to feel every day? Should you just accept this low energy and learn to deal with it? Absolutely not. Chances are you know one or two people who somehow never seem to run out of energy or feel run down. They always seem to be on top of their game and enjoying life to the fullest. Well, what sets these individuals apart? Well, they have made an investment in their health and taken care of their bodies. Like a well-oiled machine, they have given their bodies the utmost care and have asked it to keep running in tip-top shape. Remember, it doesn't matter how old we actually are. We are only as old as we feel. And how old we feel is determined by how we've treated and maintained our bodies and our health. Most people have chosen to accept the fact that if you work hard and have a busy life, you're going to feel run down and worn out. Well, thankfully, with this DVD, you'll never have to experience any of that anymore. Instead, in the next 20 minutes, you're going to discover a number of the secrets of how to overcome fatigue and start experiencing an ultra-energized life each and every day, naturally, including why going to your family doctor for help with your fatigue is one of the most dangerous things you can do. Also, how taking antibiotics for your colds may provide short-term relief, but will cost you your long-term health. The shocking truth about the dangers of sleeping pills and energy-boosting drinks. What you can do right now to break free from fatigue for good. And best of all, at the end of this DVD, you'll discover the ultimate solution that will not only free you from a life of low energy and weariness in a completely natural way without the risk of any nasty side effects, but will let you experience that revitalization with no expense. Sound pretty amazing? Well, it is. And you're about to find out why. Let me ask you, do you ever find yourself asking any of these questions? Am I always going to feel tired and run down? How badly is my lack of energy taking away from the quality of my work? What will my life be like if I only get less and less energy as I age? And what if I become so fatigued I can't do my work anymore? Well, it's completely natural and normal to find yourself asking these types of questions. And it's also quite normal for the fear of the answers to leave you feeling somewhat anxious or even depressed. But it's so important for you to understand that you are not alone in your struggle. You don't need a fancy research study to realize most people struggle through life feeling like they never have enough energy. Think of the people you know, friends, family, coworkers. You probably heard most of them complain at some point or another about feeling tired from work and feeling like they never get enough sleep. With job responsibilities, daily chores, and what may seem like an ever-increasing demand on your personal life, you have good reason to be concerned or even stressed out about a lack of energy. The consequences of feeling like you don't have enough energy can affect every single aspect of your life. Unlike most other conditions, there's no cure for low energy, and most people just accept that feeling worn out is just how life is supposed to be for them. Meanwhile, that couldn't be any further from the truth. Here's a question for you. How is a lack of energy affecting the quality and amount of work you get done each and every day? You probably remember a time when you got done so much more than you do right now. But no matter how hard you try, no matter how many promises and to-do lists you make, you may just not have enough energy to get it all done the way you used to. If you have a supervisor at your job, they might have already noticed the change in your performance. It's very common. Your deadlines may seem harder and harder to meet, and you may find yourself making mistakes you never would have made before because you're now experiencing burnout. Has poor energy been affecting your relationships and maybe even your family life? For many, feeling worn out makes it difficult, if not impossible, to spend quality time with the people they care most about. It's not that you don't want to, but you're just too tired to give them the type of attention and time they deserve. This is especially hardest on family members and the ones we love. Spouses feel unloved and unhappy without quality time. Children sometimes feel insecure and unimportant without quality time. Even older parents feel unfulfilled and unnecessary without quality time from their grown children. But plain and simple, you probably find yourself too tired at times to show these people just how much you care about them. Spending time doing the things with friends and family, like taking a walk, going to a movie, being intimate with your spouse, or even just enjoying dinner at a restaurant, can become a hardship when you feel so exhausted. You may even give up on your plans of taking a vacation, or maybe your idea of a dream vacation has turned into staying home and sleeping for a week. Have you noticed you're giving up more and more of the activities you enjoy? It's incredibly sad to see so many individuals so worn out from a typical day's work that they just give up on all the non-essential stuff. You know, the things that actually make you happy. When you feel like you have no energy to spare, it's easy to forget about the things that bring you pleasure and only focus on what needs to get done. Whether it's fixing up your home, spending time outdoors, entertaining guests, or just enjoying the nightlife, the effects of fatigue force so many people to hang up their favorite set of golf clubs or let the weeds grow over their beloved garden. It's sad, but it's absolutely true. Do you seem to get sick much easier than you used to? When you suffer from fatigue and a lack of energy, it's very easy for your body to pick up just about any cold swirling around in the air. Germs flourish inside people with weakened immune systems because they're so worn out. They can't put up much of a fight against the bacteria or virus. And has anyone else noticed the effects of fatigue on maybe your physical appearance? A lack of energy doesn't just affect you on the inside, it affects your outside too. You may have already noticed, or even more hurtful, someone else has, that you don't look quite as good as you used to. Maybe your eyes are a bit darker or puffy. You've lost the skip in your step, or you don't have a healthy glow like you once did. Somewhere along the way, someone may have even asked you if you're sick or not feeling well. Little do they know this is how you pretty much feel each and every single day. Do you find a lack of energy is affecting your mind too? It's not just the body that suffers from fatigue. Our minds do as well. Has being worn out made it harder for you to concentrate and maybe even remember certain things? When you work long and hard, you might start to experience a bit of mind fog. Perhaps you make mistakes you never used to. A lack of energy also means your memory can't function at its best. Have you forgotten anything important lately? Maybe something like paying the bills, following through on a promise, or remembering somebody's birthday has completely slipped through the cracks. This is very common for people suffering with low energy. And let me ask you, how has fatigue affected your sleep? For some, fatigue means falling into deep sleep extremely fast, maybe even at the wrong times. You might have already found yourself nodding off when you're supposed to be spending time with friends or family, or maybe even in the middle of the workday. This becomes exceptionally dangerous when you get behind the wheel. Did you know that 1 in every 5 fatal car accidents is due to driver fatigue? Others may be so worn out from the day that when they hit the bed, they're extremely overtired. There's nothing worse than being painfully exhausted and staring at the ceiling because you can't sleep. Think about it. Having to give up on favorite activities, an inability to think clearly, a deteriorated personal life, and poor sleep, it's no shocker that fatigue can easily lead to depression. The combination of all these difficulties can easily make anyone feel as if their life is starting to fall apart. Most depressing of all is the fear of, what if I never feel healthy and energetic again? What if I only get weaker and more tired? Whether you've only just begun to notice the effects of fatigue or you've been struggling for years, chances are you would not be watching this DVD if a lack of energy was not impacting your life to some degree. At this point, you may already be taking several vitamins, herbs, or even prescription drugs to try and feel better. All these things probably aren't working so well, or maybe they're even making you feel worse. The bottom line is, you're still concerned about feeling worn out, and you want a solution. Maybe you're considering going to a doctor, or maybe you've already seen one. Well, here is an important word of warning for you. Before you step foot into your doctor's office again, or for the first time, it's critical you hear the truth about the allopathic medical road of treatment for fatigue and weakened immune function. You may be shocked and possibly even outraged by what you're about to hear. But please remember, these are not the opinions of the creators of this DVD, but the publicly documented findings of independent scientific studies and medical organizations. Simply stated, conventional medical doctors are trained to treat your aches, pains, sicknesses, and fatigue in generally one of two ways: through the prescription of various medications, or in some serious cases, through surgery. It's no big secret. However, did you know that medical doctors do not receive any training specifically for treating fatigue? People go to doctors when they're hurt or sick because medical doctors are trained on how to treat injury and disease. But that's it. They are not trained on how to get you energized and feeling your best. Let's take a closer look at what conventional medicine has to offer you if you choose to visit your medical doctor in hopes of overcoming your lack of energy and feeling your best again. Did you know that each year in the United States, an estimated 140,000 people die from drug-related reactions they suffer after taking a prescription medication prescribed by their doctor, like sleeping pills, for instance? It's estimated that up to 98,000 Americans die annually from medical errors. For instance, a doctor accidentally making the wrong incision, a nurse administering the wrong medication, and so on. That's almost 250,000 deaths each year in the United States alone due to the adverse effects of surgery and drug treatment. It's certainly good reason to start questioning what we learned as kids about running straight to the doctor, right? So, let's say you go into your doctor's office complaining of fatigue. Well, there are a couple of different things your doctor may do, but watch closely here, because they all lead down the same path. Most likely your doctor will give you a once-over and advise you to go get some rest. Option number 2 is that your doctor will send you for a series of inconvenient, expensive diagnostic tests. Maybe it will start with blood work and then graduate to some more high-tech stuff. Here's the problem. Maybe you're thinking, what if something really is wrong with me? What if I have chronic fatigue syndrome, for instance? These tests will certainly help me know if I have that, right? Wrong. Chronic fatigue syndrome has only recently been described by the medical profession and is still quite controversial. In fact, many medical doctors refuse to believe it even exists. You see, chronic fatigue syndrome has non-specific symptoms like tiredness and general aches and pains. This makes it extremely difficult to diagnose, and doctors often get it all mixed up. If someone you know has spoken to a doctor about chronic fatigue, or maybe even you have yourself, they've probably also thrown around the names of conditions like lupus, Epstein-Barr, Lyme's disease, and fibromyalgia. The truth is, medical doctors don't really know how to figure out what's causing your fatigue. The absolute worst part is, even if your doctor takes a stab in the dark and says you have chronic fatigue syndrome, there are no existing allopathic treatment plans a medical doctor can give you. That's right, conventional medicine has no treatment plan for chronic fatigue syndrome. You might decide to take matters into your own hands by buying the latest and greatest energy boosting pills. But be warned. Many of these energy boosting pills have been shown to create anxiety, shaking, cramping, and even headaches. Not to mention they elevate blood pressure and have been banned in some places due to the cardiac stress they place on the body. Sure, energy boosting pills can be great when used every now and then, and certainly before a strenuous activity or competition, but they are not meant to be taken every single day like a vitamin. Researchers have already found the damage and danger they pose when used for only a short period of time. Imagine what they'll discover when they look at the long-term problems of using these energy boosters. Now, let's get back to your visit at the doctor's office for a second. There is an alternative route your doctor may choose to take to help you regain your energy, and that's by treating you for sleep. And that means sleeping pills. Now, did you know that 1/3 of all adult Americans, that's over 50 million people, complain about their sleep? Some have to sleep too much. Others don't get enough. If you're tired and run down, you might very well be suffering from insomnia. Now, hold your horses, you're probably thinking. You fall asleep on the drop of a dime. You can't possibly have insomnia. Well, insomnia isn't just about being able to fall asleep or tossing and turning all night. The medical dictionary defines insomnia as the perception or complaint of inadequate or poor quality sleep. So, when you pass out on your bed after a hard day's work, but you wake up still feeling tired, that describes insomnia. More importantly, except for rare instances, insomnia is a symptom, not the problem itself. You see, sleep is a sign of good health. If your sleep just isn't cutting it, that's a sign something else with your body is wrong. However, conventional medicine is the practice of symptomology. That means medical doctors are trained to treat symptoms, not the underlying problems causing your symptoms. When it comes to treating symptoms of poor sleep, you can bet your doctor will reach for his pad to write you a prescription for Valium, Ambien, Restorol, or one of the other popular sleeping pills. You might have tried one of these yourself already, in fact. Keep in mind, sleeping pills are really hypnotics. That is, they depress the central nervous system and put you to sleep. They're tranquilizers and cause you to experience a lack of coordination and mental functioning. This makes driving or operating heavy machinery very dangerous. Now wait a second, you might be thinking. Who cares if I'm not as coordinated or clear thinking in my sleep? Well, what happens if you have to wake up in the middle of the night for an emergency? Maybe your kids need you. Maybe you hear a noise downstairs, or maybe you just have to get up to go to the bathroom. In any case, imagine doing any of these in the pitch dark while being under the influence of one of these drugs. In fact, similar to the effects of alcohol intoxication, sleeping pills can also cause you to experience short-term amnesia while the chemical is still in your blood. While this necessarily won't happen if you sleep straight through the night, what if you get up unexpectedly or have to wake up early like doctors do, or early commuters or parents have to, before the drug has worn off? There are reports of patients taking sleeping pills who have completed entire business transactions on the phone or wandered into the kitchen at night and cut themselves without remembering a single thing. Not to mention, driving your car under these conditions is certainly a death trap. It's also critical to know that when you take sleeping pills, you must give up wine, beer, and all alcohol. Having a drink can be fatal. Period. Sounds great, doesn't it? Well, your medical doctor's plan to help you feel more energetic by giving you sleeping pills gets even worse. You see, the class of drugs sleeping pills are in has two key qualities. First, they lose their effectiveness within 2 to 3 weeks of daily use, so you have to take higher and higher dosages for them to continue to work. Which leads to the second quality. Sleeping pills are highly addictive. Millions of people are hooked on sleeping pills, which are wrecking their health, and studies show you can become dependent in as little as 2 weeks from when you begin using sleeping pills. The withdrawal symptoms you can expect when you stop are also quite severe. You might find it hard to believe, and it's certainly not something your doctor will readily admit, but withdrawal symptoms range from trembling and the shakes all the way to hallucinations, paranoia, and epileptic fits. Even worse, since your doctor never corrected the problem of why you felt tired and were getting poor sleep in the first place, you'll be right back where you started when you began. Only now, since your body has grown used to these tranquilizers, it's going to be even harder for you to fall asleep and get a good night's rest without them. If you feel like you don't have enough energy now, how do you think you'll feel if your sleep becomes that much worse? As mentioned earlier, being run down also means your body's defenses aren't as strong. If you haven't already found yourself catching a cold more often, you're one of the lucky ones. When it comes to how your medical doctor will treat your colds, you certainly already know. He'll prescribe some antibiotics, of course. But he'll never stop to tell you the danger. You see, while the discovery of using antibiotics to treat infection was a great advance in medicine, the overprescribing of them has resulted in the development of bacteria that don't necessarily respond to antibiotics like they used to. To understand how antibiotics work, you need to first know a little bit about germs. There are two kinds of germs, bacteria and viruses. Although you're probably used to hearing these terms used interchangeably, they're very different. Bacteria are actually living single-cell organisms. Viruses are not alive. They are particles wrapped in a protein that attach to other living cells. Chickenpox, colds, or the flu are all examples of viruses, not bacteria. Now, antibiotics fight bacteria, but do nothing against viruses, because viruses are not alive. The percentage of incorrectly prescribed antibiotics is astounding. Tens of millions of antibiotics are prescribed in doctors' offices every single year for viral infections, which cannot be effectively treated with antibiotics. Most doctors claim to do this because of time constraints or to meet the demands of sick patients. Well, not only are antibiotics often a waste of your time and money, but much more, they waste away your stomach too. Did you know your body has good bacteria living in your gut that's necessary for a healthy stomach? Well, antibiotics can't tell the difference. They simply kill everything. You may have even experienced for yourself stomach discomfort or even diarrhea after taking a round of antibiotics. Even worse, the constant use and abuse of antibiotics is leading to bacterial resistance. This is when foreign bacteria get so accustomed to antibiotics, the antibiotics stop working. Doctors have already found bacteria that are resistant to some of the most powerful antibiotics available today. So, if feeling fatigued has you running back and forth to the doctor with a nagging cold, break the cycle before it's too late. All your doctor can do is prescribe antibiotics, and you know where that leads. The real problem with traditional medicine is this. All medications have side effects, some more severe than others. Once your doctor prescribes one drug, it's only a matter of time before he prescribes another. The bottom line is, since doctors treat symptoms, not the underlying problem, taking prescription medication for fatigue and weak immunity doesn't solve anything. It just leads to you taking more and more prescription drugs. To sum it up, can a doctor really restore your energy and get you feeling and looking your best? The facts speak for themselves. Chronic fatigue syndrome cannot be effectively diagnosed by medical doctors, and even then, there is no treatment. Antibiotics to treat recurring colds not only doesn't work, but it destroys the health of your stomach and intestines and can lead to resistant bacteria in your body. Sleeping pills disturb your thinking and coordination and lead to addiction and painful withdrawal. If you walk away with just one thing from this DVD, and I hope you walk away with much more, know this. Nobody is questioning how difficult and even upsetting it can be to experience reoccurring fatigue. However, medications and crazy pills will not provide you the solution you want and need to enjoy life to its fullest for many years to come. It's not all that complicated. Medical doctors are not trained to treat fatigue. They are not trained to energize your body. They are not trained to optimize your health. So, if going to your medical doctor isn't the secret to naturally boosting your energy, well then what is? What in the world is going to finally re-energize your life so you can go back to enjoying your life to its fullest? Well, there is a very exciting answer to that question. Let me ask you this. What if there was a solution that would remedy the cause of your fatigue without any risks and would restore your body to normal health? And what if this energy remedy was completely natural and you could begin to experience the revitalization completely for free? Well, hold on tight as we take a quick trip back in time to uncover a little known and even lesser understood secret about the true path to optimal energy and health. Dating back thousands of years, early-age doctors in ancient Greece, Rome, India, and the Orient studied and practiced relieving pain and restoring energy and health by resetting the alignment of the spine to its natural state. Over the centuries, with the advancement of technology and modern medicine, this method of healing the body has continued to evolve and advance. Yet it remains grounded on the same ancient wisdom that if you heal the spine, you can energize and heal the body, optimize health, and even prolong life. It remains the only way to restore your body to optimal working condition and your energy levels to their peak without any medications, surgery, or risk of nasty side effects. The relief and remedy you seek can only be found in the little known and commonly misunderstood world of chiropractic care. If you've heard about chiropractic before, it's a good bet what you've heard is false or inaccurate. Most of the talk about chiropractic care is based on hearsay or senseless jokes about how they crack and snap your spine. Well, this couldn't be further from the truth. You see, the word chiropractic is of Greek origin and simply means treatment by hand. While modern medicine is fraught with nightmarish tales of surgeries gone wrong and untested drugs which get recalled only after the damage is done, chiropractic care is a successful drug-free, hands-on treatment for back pain, low energy, and overall health that has persisted for over 5,000 years. Chiropractic healthcare is a form of medical care which emphasizes the natural recuperative power of your body to heal itself without the use of drugs or surgery. It does so by focusing on the relationship between the spine and the nervous system. Since your nervous system controls all of your body's organs and tissues, a well-functioning, clear communicating nervous system allows your body to properly recover from injuries and maintain optimal health from your heart and lungs to your mind and muscles. Chiropractic care is the natural tune-up your body needs to prevent any major breakdowns and keep your mind and body running at its highest possible level. And you can wave goodbye to those nasty antibiotics and sleeping pills with chiropractic care. In other words, chiropractic care will allow your body to naturally recover from the wear and tear of life and will keep you feeling amazingly full of energy. Now, you may have avoided going to a chiropractor in the past because of something you heard from someone you know. Well, these are typically what we call the chiropractic myths. Let's quickly cover them. Myth number 1, chiropractors are not real doctors. Not only are they real doctors, but it actually takes 7 years of school in a curriculum similar to a medical doctor's training to complete their schooling. And in order to earn their license to practice, chiropractors must then successfully pass a state and national board examination in the very same way MDs are required to. Myth number 2, chiropractic treatments hurt. This couldn't be further from the truth. Most chiropractic patients find chiropractic adjustments very relieving. The mild pops some patients report hearing while being adjusted is just the natural release of gas bubbles that have become trapped in the joints. It's the same as when someone cracks their knuckles. The loudness of the sound varies from patient to patient and has very little to no meaning. Myth number 3. Once you go to a chiropractor, you have to keep going forever. Although many choose to continue their chiropractic visits simply because of the incredible health and vitality chiropractic care brings them, some patients are able to experience lifelong benefits from just a few weeks of treatment. A quick, pain-free visit once every 3 months or so has been shown to work wonders on keeping older adults feeling their best. Myth number 4, chiropractic care is not safe. Well, this is the biggest myth of them all, and one that is unfortunately misleading thousands and thousands of people. Since chiropractic medicine seeks to restore your body to its natural state of health, unlike allopathic medicine, chiropractic is recognized as one of the safest types of healthcare in the world. It does not include any of the nasty side effects or risks associated with drug therapy or surgery. In comparison to allopathic medicine, which uses drugs and surgery as the core form of treatment for ailments and injuries, chiropractic presents far less risk. This is why chiropractors enjoy the lowest malpractice rates in the entire field of medicine. Even the insurance companies have been forced to admit there is no safer care for you and your fatigue than chiropractic care. Now, you may already know someone who's experienced the life-changing relief of chiropractic care. You may also know someone who has gone for a single chiropractic treatment and claimed it didn't work. Well, here is the sad truth. In today's fast food society, most people opt for the convenience of popping a pill rather than getting the treatment they need to be permanently healed so they can experience an energized and health-filled life. Many give chiropractic a try but are simply too stubborn and depressed to believe their energy can be restored without drugs or surgery. Still others are so reluctant to try something new that doesn't stick to what the medical doctors have told them that they delay getting help so long that by the time they arrive at the chiropractor, their condition is virtually untreatable. Regrettably, it's not uncommon for others to find themselves thinking or saying these exact things about chiropractic care because they simply do not understand it. You might have even had very similar opinions before watching this DVD yourself. But now you've taken the time to get educated and informed about natural energy boosting, and that is quite admirable. You now know the truth about the commonly accepted but highly ineffective and dangerous treatments medical doctors will offer you versus the completely natural, safe, and highly effective care you're going to receive from a chiropractor. At this point, you're probably eager to discover exactly how chiropractic can help you restore your energy and get you feeling your best again. Or maybe you're hopeful but still a little hesitant. The great news is there's no need for you to worry or take any risks. Discovering how chiropractic care can help you is fast, easy, and best of all, free. We'll get to the free part in a moment, but first things first, you might be wondering, do you need a referral from an MD to get a chiropractic treatment? No, you do not need a referral from your family doctor or primary care physician before visiting a chiropractor. In fact, what most people don't know is that federal and state regulations view chiropractors as a first contact physician. In other words, they are primary care physicians. You might also be thinking, but isn't chiropractic care expensive over the long haul? Well, the answer is no. The majority of all insured American workers have coverage for chiropractic care, and that percentage is increasing regularly. In addition, most doctors offer affordable payment plans to accommodate those who are not covered. If you happen to have to pay out of pocket, you can rest assured you'll still be saving money over the alternative of taking those expensive, harmful prescription drugs. But we want to make it as easy as possible for you to experience the natural energy boosting secrets of chiropractic care. Inside the package that came with this DVD, you'll find a letter inviting you to receive a chiropractic natural energy boosting consultation, absolutely free of charge, with no strings attached. We don't think you're being overly anxious or concerned to worry about regularly feeling run down and exhausted. And we definitely don't think feeling tired all the time is a way you should have to live your life. No way. That's why we want to give you the opportunity to quickly and easily discover how you can regain your energy and optimize your health with chiropractic care. However, there is one essential requirement you must meet. you must have an open mind. We're more than happy to answer all the questions you want to ask when you visit. I mean, that is what educated people like yourself do, and that's why we created this DVD for you. However, at the end of the day, you must be prepared to give chiropractic care a real chance, to listen to the guidance and wisdom of your chiropractic doctor. Without an open mind and willingness to comply, chiropractic care cannot help you. You are now faced with a choice. You can choose to continue living your life feeling tired day after day, to continue dragging through the work week, wishing you were home asleep, to deny your friends and loved ones the quality time they desire because you're so exhausted, to listen to well-meaning but misguided medical doctors who want to treat your symptoms by prescribing as many pills as necessary, jeopardizing your long-term health, and to listen to your supportive friends and family who mean well, but who have unfortunately also been lied to about antibiotics and sleeping pills being a cure-all. Or you can contact our office right now and tell us you want to take advantage of your free natural energy boosting consultation. During your visit, you'll discover exactly how you can win back your energy and vigor and start feeling your best again. There's absolutely no risk or obligation to you. Now, you might be wondering, why would we take time out of our busy schedules to see someone like yourself and not charge you a dime? Simply stated, we absolutely believe in the natural energy boosting care we can provide you. And we're confident after meeting us and experiencing it for yourself, you will too. So, take a look at the letter that came with your DVD and give us a call right now. Just say you're calling for your free natural energy boosting consultation and we'll take care of the rest for you. The only thing you have to do is prepare yourself to experience the true secret of living a fully energized life and start making plans for all the wonderful things you want to do when you feel great again. Don't wait until the effects of fatigue get even worse. Call now. The secret to naturally boosting your energy is waiting for you.